trying this guy out with Stormblade, like I said. And then I think I'm going to take a break from fighting him. You know, I'll do the thing where it's like, hey, you know, if you're getting your ass kicked, try, you know, going somewhere else and getting stronger and then coming back. So I'll probably do that instead of continuing to bash my head against this brick wall. I've gotten pretty close to killing him, but maybe I need another Scatter-Tree lesson or two or whatever. And I don't mind coming back later because there's other shit I want to check out, like whatever this is, and then there's a cross over here somewhere. So yeah. But let's try killing this dude right now. It looks like we're gonna go in here, and then because there's a doorway on the right when you come in, that's if we're gonna go like this and come around up to where this is. So, but yeah. So let's see how this goes. I really like the Shadow tab. I wish it was next to the Remembrance of the dancing. Remembrance of the dancing lion hewn into the scattered tree. I remember, a remembrance is a thing where, you know, you ever see, like, that thing where someone would go to a tree and, like, carve into it, like, a heart, and it'll be, like, you know, R plus J, or whatever, or R plus L. That was a reference to Game of Thrones, or a Song of Ice and Fire. But anyway, yeah, so a remembrance is when you carve something into a tree for the sake of remembering it. So that's why it's hewn into the scattered tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked or used for great bounty. When the Impaler's army assailed the tower, the ritual of the lion dance was turned toward martial ends. Its divinity, its fury, its light-footed beauty. Interesting. Very interesting. Despite that, they still got owned. Now what is this? Divine Beast Head. What's that? It is super heavy. Ritual headwear in the form of the increases strength index by 4. Very interesting. Ritual headwear in the form of a divine beast's head, used to perform the lion dance, worn by the very finest of the sculpted keepers. Alas, it no longer responds to the old woman's earnest prayer. Divine invocation heightens intensity of the storm alongside strength and dexterity. It reduces the restorative effect of drinking from a flask of sacred tears. Focus is also troubled by wearing this headwear. Okay, so by the storm, does it mean like storm crashes of war? Because if this buff Stormblade, that is awesome. And also, it does look pretty cool. I'm gonna have to test that. I also want to go see what I can get from the Remembrance, so let's do that. And that place was called the Theater of the Divine Beast, which is very interesting. Hey Anya, check out this new... Oh yeah, you're dead. Oops. Let's see. Enraged Divine Beast raises potency of storms. A charm depicted the crazed, cavorting dance of the Divine Beast conducted at the Tower Festival. Raises potency of storms. Divine beasts are messengers of the heavens, and their rage mirrors the tumult of the skies, of which storms are the pinnacle. So I assume that's Stormblade and Stormstomp and shit like that, which is very interesting. Ash of War, Divine Beast Frost Stomp. This Ash of War grants an armament the cold affinity and the following skill. Divine Beast Frost Stomp, a skill which imitates the wrath of the Divine Beast dance. Lift a leg up high and stamp it down with great force. Sends a powerful wave of frost straight out along the ground. Can be charged to increase power and range, usable in all melee armaments. Very interesting. Alright, well, you know I'm going to take that talisman for now. Yeah. And later on I'll look into getting that shit. Fucking Stormblade buff, don't fucking mind if I do. Which further, what do you call it? Furthers my theory that it's probably weak to standard damage because all the storm attacks do standard damage, like a Stormblade and all that shit. So, let's go confirm that's what this is actually. Let's just find it. Where's there a muck? Actually, to Stormville, to Patrol, because that is the preferred testing way. It's easier to consistently get a sneak attack instead of it potentially being a sneak attack or not being a sneak attack. Okay. So without the charm, Stoneblade is going to 1002. 6%. So together I should expect to see somewhere around 1162. I know it's multiplicative probably, so it doesn't actually work like that, but that'll be close. 1160. 15% damage increase, or 16% damage increase for my favorite Ash War in the game. Don't fucking mind if I do, son. I will take that. I'm not gonna be. So, yeah. And presumably that also applies to the other things like Stormcaller and shit. So, yeah. Pretty cool. And I'll have to check out that Stomp later. In fact, I should probably hold on to all the remembrances and then I'm interested in seeing what's depicted here on these doors and shit. These roofs, carvings, whatever the fuck they're called. Alright, so I ordered my calzone and pizza for the weekend. Because like I said, I'm off for this whole weekend. I took 3 days off. So I could play Shadow the Erdtree, of course. Excuse me. And I thought I heard a knock at the door, but it wasn't. And I looked outside and I see my car is parked like close to a car that's next to me, because there's not that much parking space, you know, where I live out in front of my house. But like the angle that I looked at it from, I was like, why is my car so close to this other car? And I went and looked at it, and the license plates are up against each other, because my car is facing the other car. And so like they're like just up against each other, literally just like touching, like barely. So I went and I moved my car back a bit. So hopefully the other person didn't see that. There's no damage of any kind on either car. The license plate's not even dented. I think it was just barely touching. But yeah, so I went and remedied that issue. Yeah. Alright. It does look pretty cool. I wish I could look straight up, but yeah. Anyway. Let's see what we got. Ooh, there's the Erdtree. Okay. What's this? I would say I don't care for the Spirit Ashes, because I don't use Spirit Ashes. Well, I'm not going to say I don't use Spirit Ashes. I rarely use Spirit Ashes. But, the flippin', it says it buffs Torrent's damage, or Torrent's health as well. So, wow. So what direction are we facing right now? We're facing this way. So the tree is over here to the northwest. Okay. To the northeast, to the northwest. East? I thought we went east. O tower of ours, hidden in shadow, O lofty spiral piercing the heavens, lead him safely unto greater godhood, and in divinity grant our salvation. I don't know why that made me think of that, because these guys aren't like fucking Viking guys or whatever. But still. Tower of Shadow. message left for the author's compatriots. Message left by Needle Knight Alita, addressed to kindred spirits who also pursue Nicola's trail. The gate of divinity lies in the tower, sealed by shadow. That is surely where kind Nicola is headed. We are no Empyreans, but we must locate the path that will lead us there. I will follow the crosses east. Okay, so the gate of divinity lies in the tower, sealed by shadow. So what the fuck does that mean? What is a gate of divinity? Do I need to burn the thorns again? Yeah. Says she is following the crosses to the east. That's bad game design. Where is QA when you need them? Alright, I think I'm just about done with this place. At some point I'll look at a list of stuff that's here and see if there's anything else to come back for in this group. I wouldn't be surprised if I miss some shit, but for now, I think we're done with Ballarat and the tower. So let's see if Mr. Moore or Ansbach have anything to say for themselves, and then we will head east and follow in Lita and Nicola's footsteps.
Righteous time.
Welcome. I, for you, things.
I still don't know how to get over here. How do I get? Like I said, it looks like there's probably a way up here somehow, somehow, and then that probably just like leads across to this ship and drop down to this. That's my assumption. Three path across. I only see two paths.
In battle.
In battle.
I urge you, as long as you abide by his footfalls.
Does he have more than 5 fingers? Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're assigning intelligence. Or not assigning intelligence, they're marking intelligence. If you have 6 fingers, then it must be 2 fingers. Right, so, yeah, I'm gonna go check out what's up here first. So this, marker here, yeah, and then I will go across the bridge. What I'm currently going to do is at nighttime. Oh, I thought that tree was a fucking monster or something. Big enemy. But anyway, swords, axes, and hammers, except small or thrusting. Grants the heavy affinity in the following skill. Skill of the particularly brave, even among the red mains. Somersault forwards, striking foes with the armament. An additional strike may be performed with an additional input. Okay, that's cool. Something that I feel kind of mixed on is that it seems like a bunch of the Ashes of War that they added are just an Ash of War that we already have, plus now you can do a follow-up. You know, like there's the one for the sword, the Sword of Solitude, whatever it is, that's like vacuum slice, but it's tilted ever so slightly to the right, and it can do a follow-up strike thing, you know, or like that one guy that I killed, the Fire Knight guy, has a thrusting sword that has Giant Hunt on it, and then it does a follow-up. So I don't know, that's a little, I don't want to say lazy, because a bunch of work has to go into it. They have to make the animations and shit, and I'm sure it's got like a bunch of different like stats and other considerations behind it, but it's maybe a little uncreative, I might say. Now, of course, I am far from the person to judge the creativity of From Software, but I don't know. Help me, I must ask. Am I human still? Is that the reason I yet suffer so? I think that's my food. Alright, calzone acquired. She's fresh out of the oven, so I'm giving it a little while to cool down. So that it's edible. Meantime, let's continue to explore the abandoned alien village. Go get a couple levels worth of intelligence so I can use Alabaster Lord's hold on Alabaster Lord's sword, because I bet you that's just a rare tree. But I bet you that those guys will get stunned. Guys. DIABETOR decides he wants mushrooms. Still only 100 markers. They did not increase. I knew there was going to be a dragon in this lake. I wanted to say I bet that there was going to be a dragon, but I did not say it because I was like, they're going to do something like that. There's like 6 different lakes that have dragons in the vanilla game, but there is in fact a dragon in the lake. And I'm not complaining. I like dragons. A lot of people complain about the dragons in these games. I like them a lot. Or in this game, I should say. I like them a lot. So I'm not complaining that there's a dragon to fight. But it's predictable. Looks like a wandering sorcerer. Can't stop the dragon. These fucking flies, dude. What's this? Depicts a picture of a blind person. Raise resistance to the last ailment suffered. Okay. A talisman depicting a soul taken by sickness. When certain ailments are triggered, this talisman grants resistance to the same ailment. When the weak were infected with the dreaded fly sickness, they perished well before the metamorphosis could take hold. Oddly, those who cared for the infected and made certain they were given a proper burial were never afflicted themselves. Interesting. Isn't that a SCP or something? Or something from some kind of a historical story or something? People take it for and don't get sick. Isn't that thing? I swear I've heard this. Look at this idiot who's full bore roots. He's got the light green sword. Okay. I've got most of my flasks, so I'm not going to bother sitting at the race. Let's go. Murder this dragon. Murder this dragon. I'm going to get murdered by this dragon. Maybe I should go rest at detox. Oh, maybe this isn't a dragon. Maybe I was wrong to assume that it's predictable. Maybe this is that thing that has... Oh no, that's a dragon. I can see the head. But as I say, maybe it's one of those things that does like crucible spines, closed or whatever. You know? Fucking talking about. Let's go find out. Well, don't fucking mind if I do. Now that it's getting time, I'm gonna be able to see that fucking here. Great katana. Don't fucking mind if I do. // pierce. Overhead stance. Causes blood loss. Build up. 55. Large katana with a long, heavy blade. A weapon unique to the warriors of the lands of reeds. Designed for aggression, this armament requires the wielder to throw their entire body into swinging it. The slashing attacks of its honed edge incite blood loss. Skill, overhead stance. A skill that starts with the blade held high in a ready stance. Execute a normal attack from this stance to step forward and slash downwards, or a strong attack to deliver a series of downward strikes. Well, a fucking look. How much is it weigh? 9. Okay, so it's just like a comically huge katana. Running R1 is a stab, that's good. Running 2 is a big old slash. Badass as fuck. I bet you that does a whole bunch of points damage. Let's find out. Fuckers. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots of all manner of things. Cardinals craft hefty fly pots. Very interesting. So that's swarm pots. To release a large swarm of blood flies requires fly mode and sanguine amaryllis. Interesting. Skill of the game. Craftable item prepared using a capacious craft pot. A heaping mass of effluence is sealed inside. Throw at enemies to set a large swarm of blood flies upon them. The vile swarm deals damage and greatly builds up onset of blood loss. The cacophony of their wings assails the sanguine of berserkers. So that's probably like a cursed blood pot or something. I don't know. That last line, I'm not sure. The maggots found in waste feed on blood and turn into vicious flies that are pitiably short-lived. Interesting. Stone armor with a tinge of green. One of a set of armor pieces cast in the image of the Gravebird. Gravebirds are ancient golems created to guard the spirit graves built where all manners of death ultimately interact. Interesting. So the fact that they're golems indicates to me that I can probably use crystal darts against them. Not terrible. I'm not a huge fan of the exposed midriff, but you can totally make a pretty cool cheap kind of guy. I have a somewhat sharp pain in the left side of my chest right now, so I'm either having the one, or I'm having a minor one. By one, I mean heart attack. Yeah, I haven't eaten the calzone yet. Yeah, don't get fat, kids. If you're not fat, don't ever get fat. And if you are fat, get unfat. Because being fat fucking sucks. Gotta say. DIABETOR, if it's that simple, why don't you just change and be not fat? The answer is because I fucking love the calzone. That's why. Especially ice cream. In fact, let DIABETOR be the first one to tell you. DIABETOR loves ice cream. A lot. Shadow one. And by the way, yes, I'm going to go into this game. I just want to explore this room. Right. I think I explored pretty much every part of this little area here. So I'll check out this cave and then we'll go across the bridge. That's new cave music. Ghost flame torches. Okay. The Bellarat Jail. To switch over to the let's use a great axe. Why not? They buffed great axes, so I want to use one. Let's go. You know, I had to check. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. There's a bush. The one that's in here is going to be better. Used for crafting items. Found in jails. Frozen maggots that somehow continue to wriggle, mainly found in jails. The maggots develop in great jar innards and are an invaluable source of sustenance to prisoners. I mean, this jail's open. These guys can just walk out. There's nothing stopping them. Why don't you walk out? fucking hey. They made me jump like really hard. I don't know why that scared me so much. I knew it. Red barrels. This is gonna break on me easily. Alright, I'm prepared for this one. Stain here, which suggests to me that there is something more substantial than just these guys. That's interesting. My job. There's nothing up there. It's not worth my time. This jail is suspiciously it's all just generic one-shotted fuck boys. So what's the trick gonna be? Oh please, not the jar. Anything but that. I promise I won't ever do it again. I swear, a living saint I'll surely be. Please, you must forgive me. Forgive me, please. Into the cum jar you go. This is the trailer. And you. Something's gonna push me off. Where's the bad guy? There's not a bunch of bloodstains at the door, so just, oh fuck. Is that a living sampling? Strange one. Shadowrun 3, worth 12,500. The soldiers who joined the crusade were rewarded with grace at plenty. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. one for myself, like a little hermit crab. The question is, which ones are gonna fall when I step on them? Not supposed to do anything. I am missing on the way down. There's an edge there. Maybe not be able to get to. Ooh, fuck! Okay, change that to edge. There's your ledge, so I should probably jump to that. Crack pot, fuck yeah. I wonder if these things have any attacks. Frostbite maybe? Okay, there's a bunch of them. Excuse me. I'm being hit with the urge to quick save for some reason. Even though I haven't played a game where you can quick save in like 3 years. That noise was my dryer finishing. I don't know if the dryer is really audible or not. It's a lot quieter than the washing machine. Big old jar. Okay. Interesting. So what's gonna attack me on this bridge? Is the question. Okay, let's see a different one. This is making me think of that one TF2 now. secret to drop down to, perhaps? No. Jesus Christ. Okay. Stairs in this place. Not bueno. Jars here. I wonder if there's going to be abnormally large jars now. I hope there are. That'd be pretty cool. That one's suspicious. Yeah, I see you, fucker. Hey Fontaine, where the hell is your crockery, Fontaine? Hello? Okay, we'll turn around right now. That's the way I came from, so this is the way I need to go. That takes me back where I just was. Okay. This would be a good spot to use rainbow stones, but I'm not going to, because it's effort. I'll check that out in 1 second. This is probably where I need to go, so I'm gonna go. Jars were filled with bodies, but still. That's interesting. So this was that, okay. Here. DIABETOR, how are you jumping onto these boxes without breaking them? Well, you see, if you're wearing any of the Briar armor, for some reason, you don't break shit when you jump into it. So, since I always wear the Briar gauntlets, I don't break it. Hefty freezing counts. Oh. skills with strength, int, and arcane. Okay, that's a weird one. Scraps of flesh for filling great jars. Rancorous spirits cling to the pinkish red, twitching meat. Throw at enemies to inflict damage. This is what becomes of the condemned, who get sliced up and stuffed into jars to become saints instead. Interesting. Interesting. Hell fucking yeah. I wanna use the fucking empty crackpots. And now I have 3 of them. Yeah. 6 minutes. I think that's good. That's good, right? Yeah. Cha. Let me tell you something. It is like 96 degrees out right now, and it is hot as fuck. My house always has a problem with it being too hot for some reason, but right now it is just spicy. Even with the air conditioner set to 65. That was a bit of a seizure procedure. Son. Okay. I'm going to assume for now that I am done with what's in this room. Kind of looks like I am, so confident I explored pretty much all the paths that are here, so let's move on to the next room. 4 healing flasks currently. So, oh, look, these little jars are just minding their own business. I'll let them live. For now. Hostile now. Yep. It's time for them to go back to being non-hostile because they're gonna be dead. Oh, hey, he's using that. Let's try something. I want to see. What is this game? Not doing that much, let's try the composite bow. They buff the short bows, so they're actually kind of not in good shape. They buff all the bows, but especially the short bows. The short bows actually shoot fast enough to be So there's still that thing with the... Let's go back up and see if I can access if I jump across the stairs before they break. So don't forget that, Diabetor. What's the boss gonna be? Diabetor has so let's find out. I think I'm gonna put most of these spells too. Close, but no cigar. Still got a magic anime type of thing that brought us tell, and he did it just as soon as I paused. So sorry about that, but it did look pretty cool. I gotta say. Maybe I was tired. Just gonna kill this boss. Go check out that other thing back upstairs, and then it's time. Summon spirit of demi-human swordsman Yash. Use the summon spirit of Yash, the demi-human swordsman. Oh, a master swordsman who devoted himself to the star-lined sword realized that only ruin awaited at the end of the procession of stars and imprisoned himself in order to forestall them. Interesting. The procession of stars. So, presumably, something along those lines is the reason why we needed to kill Radon to enter the DLC. However, Yash, an apprentice who absorbed his technique, stubbornly refused to heed his master's words and spent entire his life at his side in defiance of his self-imposed seclusion. Again, where is the Q and where's the quality assurance? The typo in that fucking sentence just completely ruined this DLC for me. I am no longer able to enjoy this, and I deeply regret spending money on it. this shit real quick. See if there's anything of substance in that thing. Again, still a very poorly done ambush. Okay, it looks like the stairs in this place are not going to respawn. Oh, you know what? I haven't... No, I did reload that area because I died. Monkey man, so... Perhaps the stairs don't respawn. But I'm still obligated to go to the... into the cum jar. Has to be something that can be accessed. Wasn't there also see? It's possible. Somewhere. Question is there a loot over there? That rubber can't stick on this way. This will be something to investigate later. Right, so that's going to conclude this particular play session, I think. When we come back, we will go across the bridge there. So we go across the bridge. Is there anything here that I haven't checked out yet? I don't think so. I'll take a quick look at that just to make sure there's not a way down. I'm pretty sure I already looked at that, but still. I want to know how I get over here. What is this? How do I get to it? I'm making the assumption it's going to be a Ronnie's Rise kind of thing, you know, but still. Look at that, there's something here too. This is worth further investigation, but not at the moment. So yeah, when I come back, or you know, when I play more tomorrow, I'm going to go across this here bridge, and we will see what awaits us. I will not be going east, I will go south, and I will check out whatever this is. And yeah. Let's go. Okay, and by over there, I'm actually here, because I want to just take a quick look at this. tombstones. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like it's only accessible on that side. Alright. Neat. Well, we'll have to check that out once we get to it. Well, alright. I think I'll stop here. Yeah. This DLC is great so far, except for the funky quality control. Oh. There's one thing we look at. It's this. Throw enemies to cause a large buildup of frost. Interesting. And they're easy to craft. Very interesting. Craftable items, good with materials, throw enemies to cause a large buildup of frost. Well, guess you can't go wrong with it, right? What do these require? Red shrooms and black fireflies. Interesting. Interesting. DIABETOR. I'll catch you